let's talk about the classic Wii.
Wii? Who's we? There is no we, Jesse.
Good old-fashioned tech, baby. I love TV. I mean Wii. And one of the many things I loved about the Wii is the game manuals. I never read them, but there is something just so charming and addictive about the fact that they were not only there, but they included a poster of the game you enjoy and decided to buy. Now, all the game manuals are just bare, and it feels a bit empty, but just imagine buying a game you love, like imagine buying Hell's Kitchen, and then getting a poster of this. And who can deny the nostalgia of Meme Maker and the songs with it? Or Wii Sports and Matt from Wii Sports. Some true classics were on there, like Mario Kart, Paper Mario, the Metroid trilogy, Twilight Princess, and I'm sure that made someone's dream come true because you can transform into a furry. But seriously though, these games are the best, and as someone who adores Animal Crossing, I'm legally obligated to talk about my copy of City Folk for the Wii. But I'm a bit too lazy to tell you what villagers I had, because I'd have to set up the censor bar on my wall again, and I like my wall nude. So instead, I will tell you about how it felt like one of the most restrictive Animal Crossing games, in my opinion. And that was mainly because you can only have 4 emotes, and you have to choose which ones you want to keep. That's right, you're not allowed to have more than 4 emotions. So you mean to tell me you're happy, sad, anxious, nervous, and depressed because your grandmother passed? No. You gotta get rid of that last one. You can only have 4 things you feel at the moment. That's the limit. Aside from that, your mailbox can only have 10 letters in it. And well, I guess it made me realize that in Animal Crossing, I like to collect and grow things. But this game kinda took the collect out of it, so I got bored pretty quick of it. Unlike New Leaf, I adore that game with every fiber of my soul. So much nostalgia and new horizons. But City Folk was just one Wii game out of a couple I want to talk about. And no, I'm not referencing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, we've already talked about that one. I'm talking about Barbie Horse Adventure. This has to be one of my favorite games, paired with some of my other favorite games like Doom Eternal, Metro, Stalker, Undertale, Deltarune. You get the gist. There was just something so fun about a free roam game with a horse where the world is gigantic and you can ride wherever or however you want. I also adore the mechanic of taking care of animals in games, and of course you can do that in this game because Barbie can be anything as long as it's not past 9 o'clock. Then Ken will stop Barbie from being whatever she is to bring her home because the sun went down. And as arguably annoying as that is, I adore her pink phone, and the sounds it would make when Ken was running like Officer Earl to crush whatever her dreams were at that moment. Plus, I mean, it's a good influence for girls not to stay out that late anyways. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I would put Barbie Horse Adventure up with God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok is my favorite, of course, but the Wii felt like an unforgettable piece of gaming history, and every game on it was a little gem. And I also like the mechanic of putting speakers on the controllers as well. It sounds so fun. But with all that said, I'm gonna leave this video here. This is one of my first in a couple of videos I plan on making talking about old tech. I love appreciating it, and I'd like to get a GameCube and talk about that too. Although as much as it's nice to look back at old tech and old things, it's important to remember there are plenty of amazing things nowadays too. Lots of degraded things too, of course, but some unforgettably, wonderfully crafted, improved things too. So don't mistake these videos for me saying gaming was better back then, because then I'd be ignoring games like God of War Ragnarok, and that's simply not right. If you always look in the past saying that everything was better, you'll never be able to be happy with the present. Acknowledge the good in both. So with that said, I'm gonna leave this video here. So take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined. Out of the way.